receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call. They'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Brady now on first down. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain
10 more there and another first down.
First down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Second and inches at the 7-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line, I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, it's Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space and let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Taylor giving 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And that is Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Here's Joshua Kelly, the rookie from UCLA. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Joshua Kelly, 33 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Ty Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Evans has it left side. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. So first and 10 now from the 30. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second and goal, Brady, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
The 29-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. And then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia in decisive way? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise, just by how it's gone down. How about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave away. That's a team that should be at worst 1-1 right now. Now looking at 0-2 and have a lot of questions.
And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Chris Godwin. It's 2nd down and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady going up top for Miller. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Ty Long set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense. And they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when they're deceptive that way and they create that space for him, look out, he turned into a heck of a play.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
Well, Charles, you know, glancing back to week 2 of the NFL, certainly there were a lot of great games. Unfortunately, though, it was a tough day for injuries across the league. And the team probably hit the hardest, the 49ers, losing Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas for the season. They also had Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert also leaving that game, but they were certainly not the only team affected.
And remember, they were already missing George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Right, those guys didn't even play in that ball game. So this is a team. Oh, Richard Sherman, of course, is on IR. They've really struggled in the early going. How about the Giants? Losing the face of their team. And Saquon Barkley looks like an ACL gone for the season. And Cortland Sutton also done for the season with an ACL with the Denver Broncos. Tough sledding right now. Remember, Drew Lock, the quarterback, also hurt his shoulder in the last ball game.
And then Christian McCaffrey, they're saying likely at least a month for him of being out with that high ankle sprain. I guess maybe, CD, this is a good year to have just that 3-week IR rather than the longer spell.
It certainly is, and when you can have guys who can return faster for you, and you know that really helps the team out in a big way. Unfortunately for the Colts, former first-round pick and safety, starting safety for them, Malik Hooker, the IR won't apply. He's gone for the season with a torn Achilles.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans, 29 yards. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Buccaneers 21, Chargers 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second
To
and
throw on 2nd and 6. Taylor.
Well, that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Taylor. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
the gun. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. McCoy. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
6 at the 32-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
3-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Brady's throw there complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he's going to press this one.